Hello again, this is Ross Prough from Greenfield, Illinois. Still looking at neighbor's field of corn. This is on Monday. I reported to you last week about Tuesday, I believe it was. And we're up to 7 leaves on this corn now. It's been in the ground 3 weeks, and it's growing very well. We have a bright, sunshiny day for which we're very grateful. My dog Curly is getting into the picture and wagging his tail a little bit, but Curly's a good dog, so he's my buddy. I'm going to go over to my wheat field and we'll talk to you. We are looking at our wheat field now. This was planted about the 1st of November last year. For you fellows who are in the Oklahoma or further south area, our wheat is just beginning to head out. As you can see, the heads are just beginning to emerge. One of the problems we've had this year as we scan out across the field, we've had an awful lot of what we call goldenrod weed. It's been a little more of a problem this year. Back over in the background is a field that hasn't been worked yet, and that's to go to beans this year. And so it's really getting pretty woolly with weeds. But as you look at our wheat here, it's a little thin on the ground, but it was no-tilled into bean stubble, and then it turned cold, and it just never really got off to a good growing start. Wheat is a pretty minor crop in Greene County, and there's not near as much wheat growing here as there used to be. There's some land that is somewhat highly erodible, and so sometimes to stay within the limits of their farm plan for FSA payments, they do have wheat in the rotation just to help control the erosion. Greene County is located about 70 miles straight north of St. Louis, Missouri. The Illinois River comes down the west side of us, and then you go over to Calhoun County, about another 20 miles from Illinois River. The Calhoun County is about 10, 15 miles wide in some places, and the Mississippi comes around it, goes on down to the south end of the county, bends back to the northeast a little bit. One of the few places where the Mississippi runs north, and then empties or joins with the Illinois River at Grafton, and then the Missouri joins with the St. Louis, Missouri, just to give you a little idea of geography. Corn planting in Greene County, pretty hard to say at this point what's in. Maybe somewhere between 40 to 60% planted. We are getting some drying days. Fortunately, we've only had about 2 inches of rain the past few days. From Thursday morning it started raining, and rained Friday, but no rain Saturday, and good sunshine yesterday, good sunshine today. We may get back in the field tomorrow, but I suspect it'll be Wednesday. Had a daughter who was moving from Waco, Texas to Kansas City, Missouri. So I drove down and on Wednesday, and we moved them to Kansas City on Thursday. And driving down through Oklahoma and that area, the crops are just beautiful with all the green pastures and everything. I did listen to one of our reporters from Oklahoma, and he said they thought it would be 1st of June before they're cutting wheat. Well, it's going to be 4th of July here before we cut. That's if we're done by the 4th of July, that's kind of a celebration. So anyway, the crops in the south, it was nice to see corn almost tossing at Waco, and there was wheat that was ready to be cut. And then when you start back further north, the pastures are lush and green, but it was wet everywhere. Most ditches, most of the creeks were running very high or overflowing, and very interesting trip, but it was good to see what farmers are accomplishing. I have planted. and I just dug down into the ground, and there's a, don't know whether you can see it or not, but there is a little sprout just almost poking through the ground. This was planted last Tuesday, which would be a week ago tomorrow. So we are getting some warm growing. I'll just add as a postscript, our temperature was down to about 48 degrees last night. So we are really getting cool temperatures at night. It is 70 today, but we really need some heat units. So just give you an idea of how cool our nights are here, and our days are not real hot. We'll be reporting in again soon. Report probably a little longer, but I just wanted to fill you in on a few things. This is Prough from Greenfield, Illinois. Hoping your spring continues to go well. If you're still planting, if you're getting ready to cut wheat, well, I hope it goes